I like going hunting, just me, my hound, and my gun. Chasing them deer, rabbit, and squirrel, now that's my kind of fun. I like going fishing too, I'll go on any whim. Looking for the big bass, the crappie, and the brim. Give me a wide open field to walk through. Give me an ocean so deep. I wanna ride the longest river in the world, or maybe climb the highest mountain peak.
Well, folks, we're not going on a marshmallow roasting little party here. I'm over here on the banks of Logan Martin Lake here in Alabama, and I got Doug Fincher here, who is, I had folks call me saying, now, if you want a man who knows how to catch catfish, you go over and see Doug. And so Doug's gonna take us out here on the lake and show us some of the, I guess, some of the best techniques for catching catfish that you ever seen. And he used to do it for funsy, and now he does it for a living. And Doug, exactly where are we located right here?
We're on the south end of Logan Martin Lake, Clear Creek, right at the where Clear Creek goes into the river. Starts making the backwater.
Now, what are these boys here? Are they your helpers? Is that what they are
yeah,
here?
All these boys help me. This is Curtis Matson.
Glad to meet you there, Curtis.
This is my son, Stevie.
Glad to meet you, Steve.
Ken, Arthur, and Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin.
Yeah, I can't hardly do without them.
Do you train them how to do all this fishing?
Yeah, they pick us up.
When while we're sitting kind of still, this box right here is the most fascinating thing I've ever seen, and there's probably a lot of folks around never seen one of them. Now, Doug, tell us what this is and what we're going to do with it once we get out on the water.
This is a trot line. The old method, you used to stretch your line out and tie your hooks on. This method is where you bait your line and everything's together. You bait it at home, carry it out in the river, and it's fishing, you know, it's sort of cutting down on the time factor.
Time factor. Now, you was telling me that when we start this motor up and you take this lid off, we're going to start down the river, and them hooks, it's called a jump box, right?
Yeah.
Are going to jump out of that box real fast, and they ain't going to get tangled up. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I can't say it's not going to tangle up, but it's not supposed to.
Not supposed to.
Yeah, we'll start, and it'll probably take something like 7 or 8 minutes to put this 500 hook line in the water fishing.
How long would it take you to do it if you was just doing it the old way?
It'll probably take you all day. All
day. And it's going to have how many hooks on it?
500 hooks.
500 hooks. All right, now show us your baiting system now, Derek.
You just got to get a handful of these things, and it's not real complicated.
Just stick them on the hook.
Just stick them on the hook.
Now, what about a line fisherman? Could he use these little old marshmallows on a line?
Yeah.
I mean, is that just about as good a bait as he can use, or is it still better to have worms and stuff?
Well, this time of year right now we're using marshmallows, and we're catching a good bunch of fish, and real fishing is, you probably could catch them, but you know, it's really hard to say. These marshmallows float, so if you was to have them on a reel, you'd have to put your little sinker up to it to carry it to the bottom.
I see. But you're gonna weight this line down with your regular old weights, right?
Yeah, there'll be an anchor every 21 hooks.
Every 21 hooks.
Yeah.
I see.
I set in the front of the boat, and if it's needed, the fish we'll put back here, and where we won't have to be walking back and forth on them.
I got you. Now, you told me that also when you're fishing your boxes, you need this middle big one because they're so big, right?
Well, you need the room in the boat for the fish. The boxes will set kind of catty-cornered on this as we dump them. And these partitions are particularly for just keeping the fish off of you, not having to, be moving around over them.
All right, now this is real important up here.
This is real important. This is where I sit taking the lines in.
Now you sit facing the front.
I sit facing the front, and we'll take the lines in and put them in a little plastic pull bucket, we call them.
I got you.
And as we take the line in, we'll knock the fish off in this bin. This is a fish bin here.
All right. Now, whereas this wooden hickey is your fish knocker off.
That's where we don't handle the fish at all, no more than we have to. We'll take, as we pull the line, we'll take that drop, and the drop will hit across here. The fish will come up, and the head of the fish will hit here. The hook needs to bend or break.
Bend or break.
Bend or break. That's why we use that smaller hook.
I see. Okay. And this is mostly where your trot line fishing are going in here, and when you fill this up, you go to the next one,
We go to the next one, yeah.
I see. And then your trolling motor. What's the purpose of trolling motor on a trot line boat?
On the anchor in the lines, you don't use but a small anchor on the end of the lines. When you pull it up, you can't pull yourself with a line. It has to be the trolling motor itself pulls the boat. You just take the slack in as fast as you can. You know,
in other words, that gives you you got to have your equipment right to do this.
Yeah, you got to have the equipment to fit you. I mean, you can everybody fishes different, but basically it's all the same. You know, in this line of fishing, you'll design it to where you feel comfortable because you're talking about 2 hours or better pulling lines. It's just setting and knocking fish in. So it has to be fit the person that's going to use it.
I got you. All right, well, let's go. Let's dump her in and go do it.
All right, let's go catch some fish.
Okay.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 1, Easy Fishing, a collection of 4 TV shows that teaches you simple techniques that will keep fresh fish on the table, from bank fishing on Mulberry River to flat bottom fishing on small lakes. Dam fishing will yield large striped bass, while the Tennessee River is famous for those large smallmouth. So ask for Outdoors with Archie Phillips, Easy Fishing at your local video store or nearby sporting goods dealer.
All right, Doug, what's the first thing we're going to do?
Well, we're going to get the anchors ready to go on the line, which will be 5 of these little crooked irons, and there'll be 2 flat plates, 1 on each end.
And that's going to be the total weight
that'll be
for this line, right?
That'll be the total weight of this line.
Okay. Now that's your seat for doing it? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's the seat. I have to kind of get a little closer when I got a driver. But normally, if you're putting that by yourself, you just slide over on the edge of the seat and steer it and use the gearbox whenever.
It works better when you got 2. You can get out quicker, can't you?
It's easier. If you have problems with a tangle or something, it's easier to get out. Plus, if you was to get a hook hung in your hand or something like that, you wouldn't be in no real danger or something.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
We're going to start on this point and lay back towards the river channel, which the water here will be 15, 20, and goes on to 30 and 40 and on into 60-foot water. That's where we've been catching most of the fish here.
60 foot?
Yeah, when it drops over in the river channel. So we'll go ahead and get started if you want to.
All right.
First of all, we got to put these little flat plates on here to hold the line down to start. And I always put a little pickup float on the end, so when I come back in the morning, I can pick it up without having to drag for it. So we'll go ahead and get started.
That line's just laying in that box?
Yeah, the line's just laying in the box. And when you're putting this thing out, you got to kind of watch your hooks, because it'll pull it out. The hooks are 4 foot apart. And you can see
that rotation, you just rotate
yeah,
it?
you just rotate the line as it comes out, as it comes to the corner, and one runs out. You notice back behind us, these marshmallows are floating. When we put these anchors on, we'll pull those marshmallows down to the bottom as close as we can get it with these smaller anchors.
Well, that's an advantage in things floating, ain't it?
Well,
you like them to float, or you rather them going down?
Well, right now the fish is right on the bottom. You couldn't let your line ride up real high like this, because other boats would run over it and cut it in two. So it has to be down under the water. But we're going to put this one pretty close to the bottom. So.
And most of you catfish totally bottom feeders, and you catch them up?
No, different times of year, they'll feed up off the bottom. This time of year, the water being cold like it is, they're staying close to the bottom. But on in the spring, they'll come on up in that shallow water, and you won't have to lay your lines close to the bottom.
Now, Doug, this is the most fascinating thing I ever seen. Who thought up this kind of a situation like that?
Well, I think this type of line came out of Okeechobee, Florida.
Now, you just pull a little
I'm pulling the line straight now. Dropping the S-iron in the water, which as soon as that S-iron hits the bottom, I reach and grab this. You have to be real careful not to get these hooks in it, in your hand when they flip back out. All I done was pull the slack out of it then and you know, got the line on down on the bottom.
Well, now let me ask you, if somebody was just line fishing, could they just make marshmallows and hope to catch catfish the same way?
Well, yeah,
you could.
It'd be a slow fishing. I mean, you could catch them with a reel and rod, but if I were line fishing, I'd fish with worms or something like that to be a little more exciting. Yeah.
Yeah. In other words, they just got to boat along to take one each day.
That's right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. It'd be kind of slow.
And you build these boxes and everything yourself, don't you?
Yeah, all this I build myself. Build my own lines, racks, and the whole works. When I started, I learned I really wanted to do it all.
No, you just kind of hold it a minute, let it take up slack.
Yeah,
right?
I'll straighten the line up right before I drop this iron in.
You over the end of the box.
I'm over the end of the box.
Pull the top off. Tighten it up. Boy, it laid it nice and clean, don't it?
And again, we'll let that, I can tell when that S-iron hits bottom by the way these lines is jumping out of the notches on this rack.
Now, the type of catfish that you'd be catching with these marshmallows, would be all of them or just
Well,
certain
mostly blues and channel cat. Occasionally you'll get a yellow cat. We get all the catfish in this river, you know, is the types. You'll catch them.
What's the biggest you ever caught on trotline, Doug?
43 pounds, the biggest one I ever got in. It's kind of...
What kind was it?
It was a yellow cat.
Yellow cat. Do you ever catch any of these little old mad tomcats, bullheads, any of that kind of stuff?
Yeah, a little mud cat. They call them pollywogs. I think it's a fish that was bred from a blue cat and a channel cat. It's a government fish, which is real good eating fish. It's got a round nose like the little mud cat.
Now, you're going kind of slow to explain to us what you're doing. What's your normal speed of setting that thing out?
Okay, let me get this pool tight and we'll speed it up.
Like regular, right?
That's right. We're going to speed up now. The faster you get it out, the straighter the line will be, really.
That's the most fascinating thing I have ever seen in my life. It's called a jump box, right?
Yes, sir, jump box.
Man, ain't no way a man pulling a single line across there and baiting it could beat that, is it?
No, it doesn't take about 5 minutes if it takes that long to get one out fishing.
And you hold up when you come to the corner. Every corner to be a weight corner, right?
Yeah.
And you pull the slack out.
Pull the slack out.
Drop her in.
Drop her in. You can't get your hand down behind this box here because those hooks are coming out and you could get hung up in it, and that's not no...
Have you ever had a real mess going in?
Yeah, I've had the whole thing to jump off in the lake.
Oh, no.
It's a mess, but if you do have a tangle or something like that, all you do is gather it up and bring it in and take the hooks off of it, and it'll straighten right back out. It's not no complicated matter.
All right, now the red line you got going out there, what pound test is that?
Number 21.
That's number 21?
Yeah, I don't really know the test. It's a size 21.
All right, and what about the hook line you got going on? What test is that?
That's number 9. Drop. It's tarred.
Tarred?
Yeah.
And what does that tarred make it last longer?
Yeah, it makes the line last longer, and it helps when you put it coming out of these little notches cut in here. It won't pinch in it.
Uh-huh. Boy, that goes out just as neat as a pin, don't it?
Yeah, it does that quite often. Sometimes you do have problems with them coming out, but normally it comes out. It's fairly easy, no trouble.
Now, how many of these will you fish in one day, Doug? What's a good day putting out?
Normally I fish 8 or 10.
8 or 10 boxes?
8 or 10 racks, which is about 500 to a rack, which would be 3,000 to 5,000 hooks.
Is that pretty much a one day's walking? I mean, that's all you can handle in a day.
Well, you could handle more, but getting your fish in and out of the hot weather when it's big thing. It usually takes anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes to take one of these in. So you're talking about 2 or 3, 4 hours of
Just get them back in.
Yeah, after we come to the end, all I done was I got about a 30-foot piece of just regular line tied to the end of it. Put another one of these little heavy irons, and we just before having this thing fishing.
All right, and down she goes.
Down she goes.
Now you only got one float to find this thing with, hadn't you?
One float.
You ever lose them out here?
Well, you kind of have to remember where you put them. No, you could.
Yeah. If you lost your float, how would you find your line?
I have a line drag. I just go in where we started and drag and pick it up. It's no problem.
Would you work it back to the end and then start back?
Yeah, we'd work it back to the end just like we started.
And then put it back in the box,
yeah,
right?
that's right.
Okay, well now I seen you put it out, and I want to see you get all them hooks in without making a mess.
Oh yeah, we can get them in.
All right, what we're gonna do now, Doug?
Let's go pull some lines in if you want to.
That'd be fine.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 2, Bass. Philip Chris knows his spinnerbaits well and teaches you his techniques. Nolan Shivers not only catches them, but shows you a very good way to cook them. Clarence Sims shows you that women fishermen can be mighty productive. So ask for Outdoors with Archie Phillips Volume 2, Bass at your favorite video store or nearby sporting goods dealer.
I use a glove on the right hand where that nylon won't burn it, so you can see where it's done rubbed a hole in it. You can imagine what that'll do to the skin.
I got
But
you.
this just keeps them hooks from flying back or and popping you on the hand.
In other words, you just got to be careful. You don't want them hooks in there no more than you have to have them in there. You get them occasionally, don't you, Doug?
We get them occasionally, yeah.
All right, now you got your bucket. Now, don't you explain it? You just gonna lay it in your bucket or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna just coil it up over in it, and when we get these lines back home, we'll have to put them back in them racks and change what hooks is being.
In other words, you examine them each time, right?
Each time, yeah. We change the hooks. We don't straighten any hooks. We just one of them things is already pulling right here. This wind's trying to be a little aggravating today. It's blowing us. We're pulling into it.
Uh-huh.
It'll take a second to get this thing straightened out, and then we'll be.
That's your lead line there.
That's
You just
the
throw
lead
that in the
line.
bucket
Just
and all,
throw
huh?
it in the bucket. Now we're fixing to get started.
All right, now hold it a minute right there.
Let me get another one up.
Okay. Just a regular old channel, ain't it?
Just a regular old channel cat.
Now, is that about the size you like to have, or does the size matter?
Yeah, the size matters. I'd rather have the smaller grade of fish.
Smaller than this one?
Well, that and a little big. I don't want the real big fish.
Most of them like them where you can put them on a plate for dinners. Is that the deal? All right, let's see what you got right there. Wait a minute. All right, now that right there, you got a little bull, ain't it?
That's a little bull head.
Wait a minute, hold them right quick. Let's show them the difference now, Doug.
Okay. Archie, if you'll reach there and keep that fish here, just push him back just a little bit.
All right, I got him.
You see the roundness of the head on this one, where this one
You got him?
it's got the pointed head. They both are about the same color, but he's a little fatter and these are a little longer. This meat is red, where this one will be a little bit a whiter meat.
But they're still good, ain't they?
They're still good fish, yeah.
Oh yeah. Now that would be on the bullhead. Now which one would that be? The brown bullhead there?
No, this is not the regular bullhead. They pollywog fish. I think it's a fish bred from a blue cat and a channel mixed. I'm not real sure on that.
On that. All right, now Doug, show them how that, now don't hit it real fast, they won't be able to see. Now show me the nature of that little bump right there.
When I swing that fish in, this drop hits, the fish's head comes up right here, and that's what knocks the fish off. It'll bend the hook out of his mouth, or if he's hooked real good, it just straighten out.
All right, let's see you do it again there now. Boy, that is simple. That is so simple.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 5, Hunting. Squirrel hunting with dogs has always thrived in the South, and this squirrel hunting show reflects why. Quail hunting with well-trained dogs keeps your skills sharp and your dinner table full, and deer driving gives you good fellowship with fine friends. So ask for Outdoors with Archie Phillips, Volume 5, Hunting, at your local video store or nearby sporting goods dealer.
And Wendy, I just went over and we've got these fish all cooked up. You like your mama's cooking?
Yes, sir.
Let's have a little of it. Mmm. That don't even need ketchup or nothing. You're gonna have to box that fish meal.
I hope.
Very, very good. That's what it's all about, folks. Catch them, enjoy them, keep them fresh, take them home, fillet them out, or however you want to do them, and cook them while they're good and fresh, and enjoy some of the finest eating there is catfish from the great Alabama waters. Y'all stay tuned again next week for some more Outdoors with Archie Phillips.
I remember me and my dad going fishing. We'd go every chance we could. We had a short streak of bad luck, though our luck was mostly good. It was more than who could catch the big fish. It was much more than that, I know. It was a part of him and a part of me. Fishing made us whole. I remember going fishing, just me and my dad. I remember the joy we shared. He'd have to bait my hook and untangle my line. I really don't think he cared. I remember the joy I felt on the first day I learned to swim. But nothing can compare to the feeling I got when I caught that first big brim. And I said, hey, daddy, daddy, I done caught me a big old brim. The water was splashing, my pole was thrashing, saying, daddy, would you look at, daddy, would you look at, daddy, would you look at him? I like going hunting, just me, my hound, and my gun. Chasing them deer, rabbit, and squirrel, now that's my kind of fun. I like going fishing too, I'll go on any whim, looking for the big bass, the crappie, and the brim. Give me a wide open field to walk through. Give me an ocean so deep. I wanna ride the longest river in the world, or maybe climb the highest mountain peak.
Well, folks, we're down here in southwest Alabama around Enterprise, Andalusia, down in that area there. and got the granddaddy of all snake catchers with us, the world champion, J.P. Jones, right over here. J.P., we're glad to be down here hunting with you again.
Thank you, I'm glad to see you.
I want to say this is 3 generations of snake hunters. I ain't never had all 3 of them with me. Got J.P., Jimmy Jones, his boy, and this is Jason, and Jody. Got our son-in-law, we're just getting him trained. This is Tim right here. And Hal, we got old Hal, that's one of my buddies here. And David and Ricky. And we're going out here on a snake hunt. And JP, we stopped right here to open the show. Tell us what we got right here and what happens in these holes right here.
Well, these is what you call a gopher hole. They're actually a highland turtle. And you go and you run your holes in it.
Now, why does that turtle dig that hole like that?
Well, that's his home.
In other words, that's the way he builds it.
It's a highland turtle's home. We call them gophers, us country people down here.
Yeah, I got you.
So you take your garden hose like this and you fix it something similar to this.
That's just an old brass doorknob on it.
That's all it is.
Jimmy, let me see yours. You got a different setup. Let's show them 2 ways to do this thing before we get started in here really trucking in the woods there. Now, you just got a bolt in the end of yours, hadn't you?
Yeah.
And now, JP, you said garden hose ain't good, and Jimmy, you got the best they are, hadn't you?
I learned from him.
You know, I'm talking about your hose is y'all figured out this kind's the best kind to use, ain't it?
This type hose, we try to use this kind because it don't get real limber when it's hot weather, and it don't get real brittle when it's cold weather.
Now this is stuff they use in the Coca-Cola folks use in the
Coca-Cola plants,
fountain drinks and stuff.
Drinks.
Well, that works better for catching snakes than anything you can think of, don't it?
We found it probably the best one we've ever found.
And you just got a nut in there, and you got 2 little holes right there.
Yeah.
All right, well, tell us the technique now, JP, so we'll know how to catch them things out of there.
Well, you run this down in the hole, one like that or this down in the hole, and you usually bump your rattler about 5 or 6 feet down. Now,
now wait a minute, explain to them why that snake's in that hole.
You run this in there and you bump him.
In other words, he's going to be in there where an old gopher has been, right?
They'll stay in there with a gopher.
Stay in there with them.
We have dug them up and got a gopher and a snake out of the same hole.
I see, okay.
And so when you bump him with this, usually 5 or 6 feet, the snake is going on down to the bottom. But now you hear like this, and you can hear him rattle or move. If he's crawling, you can hear him on this hole, sounds just like he's in the air there. And of course, he goes to the bottom. We rush this on down, and then we pour a little fluid in there to blow it in there. We've got a little hole right there, and that blows that fluid out there, and the scent of that fluid will drive him back out.
Well, that's great. Now show us the technique right here.
Try to get it. All right, get down here like this.
Now you put in your ear right going in, because he might be right up close,
Yes.
mightn't he?
He's only usually 5 or 6 feet down. You bump him, you run it down there like that. When you bump him, you hear him here, and then you can pour your fluid in there and blow it. That blows it out, and that disturbs the snake. And people say, well, they come right out. Sometimes they 2 hours of coming out. Sometimes they don't come out.
Okay.
All right, this hook here, you can take it like this here. If they won't come out, you find these. File these off back here. Those bars back there. You file those off where when you pull the snake out, you can just slide this out and they won't hook and tear your snake. But then you run this here up in your hole there, like that. But then you take this wire and run it through your holes, a little hole right there. And you run that wire through and through the eye of this, and then just do it around there. And then you run this in, you blow your fluid in, you run it down and feel you hook him, pull him up. Now, we used to dig them out. We've dug them out where you could put a pickup truck in the hole just about it and bury it. Where we used to dig them out before we found out about the...
And sometimes you still got to dig them out, haven't you?
Yes, sir. Sometimes you still...
Well, I hope we don't have to dig one today, but we might have to. You dug one the other day, didn't you, Jimmy?
Yeah, I did.
All right, well, let's go and get amongst them and see what happens. JP, what about that one?
Well, it looks mighty good here. I hope there's one in it.
All right, well, now tell us what you're doing as you go so that everybody will understand.
Well, this year, you take this, you run it down in the hole, and get it like this. Do it like this. You listen to the snake like that. So when he rattles, then you can hear him rattle. You get your bottle out. Well, that's under my britches.
You got anything in that one?
Yeah, well, it's under my britches, but the fluid.
All right, let me see. You got one in that hole?
Yeah.
Let me see here. Now, Jimmy and them going to scout around, see if they can find us some more holes while we're getting this one in. Is that what we're going to do?
All right.
All right, let me listen to that thing.
Yeah.
Just barely can't hear it. Shake him a little bit. Let me see if I can hear it.
Get out of my holes.
All right. Wiggle him a little bit. I hear him moving, but I don't hear him rattling. I hear him sliding up that hose pipe.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 6, Fishing Lakes and Rivers. Mystery Lake is one of the best brim shows you'll ever see, and that's why it's the most popular type of fishing, while Pickwick Lake is known for having large smallmouth bass. Lures with Philip Chris gives you 8 different methods to add to your arsenal, and our fishing lady will show you how to fish like a pro. So ask for Fishing Lakes and Rivers at your local video store.
All right, JP, what's next?
You take this bottle, and you pour just about 3 tablespoonfuls of fluid in this hose like this.
All right.
And take.
You got it far up in there as it needs to be?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, in there. Then you listen for him. He'll go crawling in a minute. Usually around 5 minutes he can go to crawl, sometimes 2 or 3 minutes, sometimes an hour. But he'll eventually crawl and crawl out, usually about 80% of the time. Sometimes you have to pull him out with that hook. Sometimes you have to dig him out.
Okay. You know, that's your 3. This is the easiest, though, right?
This is the easiest way if he'll come out.
Yeah, I got
But
you.
now you can usually get him out like this.
Okay. Hear anything?
Yeah, you can hear him moving.
Is he coming?
Sounds like it. I believe he's coming. Sounds like it.
Do we need to be out of the way of the front of this hole? Or
Well, it's better, but
you gonna just
he's got
stand
a long
real?
ways to go now. He crawls real slow.
I see.
Real slow and easy. Sometimes it'll take him an hour to crawl out when you hear him like that.
All right. Hey, Jimmy, how about y'all coming over here just a minute? I'll bring your stick over here while we're waiting on this thing to crawl. I want you to. Now, Jimmy, you trained him, but he's got some of his own techniques, hasn't he, JP?
That's right.
Now, Jimmy, I wish you would now. I done got me fixed. I want you to explain them what a good snake catching stick is while that snake's crawling out of that hole, and why you like the kind you got.
Well, everybody's got their own preferences. I just cut a hickory, just a hickory stick. I like mine coming straight up like this with one little tip coming off to the edge where I can use it as a walking stick. Just hook your thumb right over it. Use it for a walking stick. You can beat the briars away from the hole and beat the bushes back with it. I use this when they come out. I pin the snake's head with it and then pick him up.
All right, show them how that works now. We'll use it on this snake when he comes out, but
When he comes out, you just take your stick and stick it over his head. And then bend your stick up and reach down and get him right behind his head where he can't twist back around and bite you.
I got you.
And just right behind the head.
I see.
I also use it like the snakes I caught last Wednesday afternoon. I just saw one laying in a hole, just laying right down in the
Close into the front of it.
Yes, he was about 6 or 8 inches down in the hole. And instead of bumping him and making him go on down and having to gas him out or pull him out, you just ease your stick over his back, and with this tip it sticks down. You can stick it over him and then use it as a hook. And I hooked him, just eased it over his coil, hooked him and threw him out of the hole. And after I got him out of the hole, I looked and there was another one behind him. So I eased it over him and threw him out.
That's 2.
And there was another one even behind that one, but he was so deep down I couldn't get him out with my stick, so I ended up getting him out later.
I see.
That one and another one.
You had an excellent day last week, didn't you?
I had a good day.
Best day you ever had, wasn't it?
I think so. Right by myself, in about an hour and a half, I got 9.
9, all big ones too, wasn't
All
it?
big ones, and there's still one over there left in the hole. We'll try to get him later on today.
That'd be great. Well, JP, how's our progress coming on that one right there?
Well, he's still moving.
JP, that snake's coming.
Looks like he's gonna come right on out.
Don't nobody move. Don't nobody move. Don't nobody move. Would you pin him now or wait, JP?
I believe I'd wait just a jiffy and see. He's seen us though, and he might not come out. Might be as far as he's coming.
Is this where Jimmy would use that hooked stick?
Yeah, that's where we could use a hooked stick or
You
either
gonna try to use a hooky stick?
puller.
You want me to try to ease up there and get the stick over and just pull him on out?
Let's see if you can. You think you can get him before he runs back down in there?
Maybe, if I'll be real easy.
What a snake. I understand what that hook on that stick's for now. Watch it, Jimmy. Easy now. Easy. Easy. Easy does it. JP, how big's that snake?
Oh, he's about 8 pounds.
8
8
pounds.
to 9 pounds.
Now, Jimmy, he got revived at the top of that hole. He's gonna be hot as a firecracker, ain't he?
He's kind of cold and wet though right now. He's still going to be kind of slow and sluggish.
Think so? He don't look slow and sluggish to me.
He's slow to what he would be if he was out laying out in the hot sun.
I see. Boy, that's a big devil. Now, what we want to express to folks, too, that this thing right here, let's see if he's going to strike. Yeah, he don't like my looks. Look at that, Jimmy. Look at that, look at that, look at that devil. Look at him stand up right there. Look at him stand up right there.
He would bite you if you let him.
Oh, I guarantee you he would. Jimmy, what we want to explain about these big devils here? Now, this one right here would do you in bad. I can't count his rattlers because he's got them. He looks like about 10 or 12 of them, don't it?
He got more than that. He got about 15, 14 to 16.
Think you got that many?
Yeah.
Now, a fella could be walking in here quail hunting, not know nothing about gophers and rattlesnakes or nothing, couldn't he? Uh-oh. He seen David move up there. And he could be laying out around this hole if the sun was out a little bit.
Laying out anywhere. On these warm days, this thing will crawl out of these holes and they'll be laying up in these briars and vines up in here anywhere. And they're really hard to see. They got this protective coloration on them. It blends right in with your old leaves and grass. We can move him over there in the grass to show you how hard he is to see.
All right, put him over there, Jimmy. Now, you know your daddy got me down there one time and he had this stick with this flag on it so he could mark a hole where one was at. He called me over there. And you know, I couldn't even, now I want you to look at that right there. Get him back in there. You could just walk right up on him, couldn't you, Jimmy? Poor old boy.
Just about step on that snake.
I guarantee you
If
could.
you see them, they're easy, but until you see them, you just don't.
If you just come walking through that little trail right there, and he was there, you just walk right up on him with him. Yeah.
Unless you're looking for him.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, I have stepped on him.
Have you?
I mean, actually stepped on the snake, normally an old high broom sage or something. And you can feel him under your foot. That's a bad feeling.
You got that right.
Because you know if he's laying out, he's warm. He's ready to go.
He's ready, and he gonna nail you, ain't he?
If I hadn't stepped on him in the right place, they could have gotten bit.
Well, now, Jimmy, one that size, if a bird dog got bit, he's a goner, ain't he?
Most likely, yes, he is.
Most likely. I see. All right, now where do you go from here? Now, how you gonna load him up? We're gonna use your daddy's favorite hick here, or we're gonna use yours?
Put him in Daddy's can.
JP, I want you to tell him about this famous can that you got here. This thing's got character.
Well, this can here, I guess I've been carrying it around about 25 years.
Bet they don't even make that kind no more, do they?
No, I bought the garbage can. I put a hinge back here and a hasp up here with a hook in it. Now, my wife don't like to sleep in my house, and I carry these in on a cold night full of snakes. She don't like to sleep in there with them, and knowing they can't get out, but she still...
Just the thought of it.
Just the thought of knowing she's sleeping in there with a bunch of rattlesnakes.
Oh, my goodness. But that's your favorite can, ain't it?
That can, I built that, I fixed that about 25 years ago, and I've been carrying it around about 25 years. I've been on this 28 years, and I've been carrying that through the woods about, I'd say, 22, 25 years.
All right, well, let's see how you're going to load him up now. There you go. All right. And Jimmy, I guess you put a few in that can too, hadn't you?
Yes.
him and Jody's putting snakes in that can, they little bitty boys.
Well, he got his boy Jason here. He's won that rodeo a time or two too, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
How many times you won it, JP? Now wait a minute, Jimmy.
Well,
Woo, watch it now.
I've not
You
ever
gonna pull him
won.
back here where you can get at him better?
I can get him right here.
Boy, that is a big, big snake.
See him?
Look at that. Let's show them. Let's show the folks where its working mechanism is here. Look how wide that mouth comes. He can swallow. Look at the venom
Those
in it.
skins there over that venom.
Yeah, the skin's right
They
here.
grow over it.
Yeah.
5 fangs in there. If you pull one out,
Well,
another set could fall right
All right,
down
now
in
let's
their place.
let's show them. See
5,
right here.
6
There's
in
one.
there.
There's one right. Hold them teeth up there, Jimmy. All right. There's 2 on that one right there. Look at that double fanged one right there, Jimmy. See that right there? Mm-hmm. There's 2 on that one right there, JP. Look at that.
5 of them in there.
All right, look, you got one right there. You got another one right behind it, and then we'll come on out if one of them breaks off.
Yes, they're raised right up in their place.
And look, notice how full that thing is right there. He can swallow a full-grown squirrel.
Rabbit, squirrel, he can swallow them. Their jaws.
Look at that, he got something in him now. Look at right there. Look right there, Jimmy. See that hump right in there? Maybe it might have been just the way it was sitting there.
No, I don't think he's got swallowed anything.
Yeah, let me count them things. Hold
I
still,
said
snake.
14 to 16.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and a half. That's close enough, JP. Now that's almost a bucket full right there. My Lord, look at that.
Venom squirt.
Yeah, it was squirting out. Now let him settle in. He'll think he's in a kind of a modern day gopher
He
hole.
thinks
right?
he's in a motel now.
Motel, there you go. Now you always want to snap that deal on there too, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Now I want to say this too. A lot of times when you're out hunting like this, come here, David. Come off down here. It's a good idea. Now they got regular snake-proof chaps here. That's what David's got on right here. And now remember, unless your boots are specified snake-proof, a snake can bite through the leather part of that boot right there. Now these are snake-proof chaps right here, and the ones I got on are snake-proof here.
They build them on it up.
Build them down at all.
Yes.
So what we're saying about these snake-proof chaps and leggings and whatever else we're using, fella don't have to be snake hunting to wear these. In other words, if he's out here bird hunting or deer hunting or coon hunting or anything, after they see what we pull out of these holes, they best have a pair of bone, hadn't they?
Right.
All right, well, Jimmy, let's go see.
They're good for bras also.
Oh, yeah, good for
you wading through bras, you don't feel them in those.
That's right. Well, that's good. Let's go see if we can find another one right quick.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 7, Bass and Crappie. Bass fishing is the #1 sport fishing because of its challenge of lure techniques, and this video shows you how the good old boys keep them biting. Producing a good crappie yield is what Willard Isbell does best, and his hair jigs can really keep you excited. So when you're in the mood for a good, productive fishing video, ask for Outdoors with Archie Phillips, Bass and Crappie at your local video store. Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 8, Crappie. Spawning crappie with Willard Isbell gives you a good springtime crappie show. Fish and Fixins with Nolan Shivers not only teaches you crappie fishing, but shows you how to cook them up. Sam Crappie Maynard is the best in his field on Warrior River, and Catching Slabs with Willard Isbell shows you how to get those large crappies. So ask for Volume 8 Crappie at your local video store.
Goodness gracious, how many we got total here now, JP? Whoa, look at your daddy holding that thing by his tail.
We got 3.
Let's see.
3?
Who got the biggest one, Jimmy?
11.
Well, I was not too big.
No, these.
Bigger than hair.
We got about 8 or 9 pounding in this can here.
Well, look, dump him out. Let's look at him. I don't see no 8 or 9 pounder.
You was the biggest one.
Getting simple work.
Jimmy, I believe they skunked us. Ours ain't that big. Now that right there ain't no slouch.
Nice
Huh?
one. We got one real nice.
Oh, Lee, look at the head on that thing, Jimmy.
Get back. He's down in there. Oh, get back.
Boy, he's serious. Be careful now, JP. Old Jimmy here, he used to kick for Auburn down there, never missed a kick. I believe that's where he learned how to catch these snakes. He finette. Woo, JP. Careful now, man. That's bad news right there. Is that the bad one right there? Or you know, he's still in the bucket, ain't he? There he is. Look at
There's
that.
a big one.
My goodness, what a snake. Jimmy, don't let them things get away here now. Boy, what that weigh, Jimmy? What'll he weigh?
He'll weigh about 8 or 9 pounds.
Goodness gracious alive. Boy, he is a big one. Golly. Well, how many we got total now? That says 3,
I believe.
4, 5, 6, 7. That ain't no bad day, is it, JP?
No, sir.
Goodness
This is
gracious.
sort of like deer hunting, fishing. You do and you don't.
1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, look out here. 4,
3 and 5 and 3 is 11.
11.
5 and 6 is 11.
Well, maybe I can't add snakes good. Boy, this one right here is a bad mother. Look at him. Look at that devil. Boy, he is ill. I'm talking about ill.
There now when you stoop down there. I've come near getting bit like that than any other
Stooping
week.
down?
Been around here and
Yeah.
still working on them blooming things. What you doing?
Goodness gracious. Look at them things. They all mad now. Look at that old big one. This one right here is bad eel.
I like going hunting, just me, my hound, and my gun. Chasing them deer, rabbit, and squirrel, now that's my kind of fun. I like going fishing too, I'll go on any whim. Looking for the big bass, the crappie, and the brim. Give me a wide open field to walk through. Give me an ocean so deep. I wanna ride the longest river in the world, or maybe climb the highest mountain peak.
Well, folks, we're down here in the country in Pickens County in a cotton patch here. Supposed to be a bunch of rabbits in here. We got my good buddy Melvin Stewart here. He's got some of them deer-proof rabbit dogs, and I hope they stay that way. We got some young ones with us today, haven't we, Melvin?
Got some babies with us today.
And we got Melvin Stewart here, and he's trained these dogs up, and I've been with him a bunch of times. They do a fine job, and we got back here behind us. Now, this fella here is Don Stewart, but now Don ain't no kin to Melvin, but they train dogs together and walking horses, and we got Kevin there. He's your cousin, ain't he, Melvin?
He's my nephew.
Kevin.
That's Kevin Lawson.
There you go, and they're up from up around Dora and up in there.
That's old Dead-Eye Kevin.
Dead-Eye Kevin. And come on around here, we got Mr. Bud Blakely, and Bud, you ready? This is your stomping ground, ain't it?
That's right, yeah.
In other words, you mostly quail hunt down on this land, don't
That's
you?
right, that's what it's for, good quail hunting.
Good quail hunting, and you told us you was gonna find us a good place, and while you was quail hunting, you kind of had your eye out for these rabbits, didn't you?
That's right, didn't see no rabbit, a lot of rabbit signs.
A lot
We're
of-
planning on having a good rabbit
Yeah,
hunt today.
I see that patch of briars right there by that railroad track, and I've been around some good briars around railroad tracks. They do pretty good, don't they?
That's right, let's just make a rule, can't shoot them off the railroad track. There. What do you think?
That's right. That is a rule, isn't it?
That's right.
Well, I just wasn't thinking it. got Ricky hanging in there. Ricky's old Dead-Eye there. Now, Ricky's more of a deer and a duck hunter than he is a rabbit hunter, though, ain't he, Bud?
That's right. Yeah, he knows how to kill a deer, but I don't know about these rabbits. They might fool him.
We'll test him out today.
Yeah.
And there's the dead eye right there. That's your boy, ain't it, there?
That's Frank. That's him.
Now, I tell you, old Frank knows as much about hunting for his. How old are you now, Frank?
15.
15. He showed us a few things on some of that duck hunting and some of that deer hunting, and he is a real...
A good guide on that duck hunt.
Boy, he was some more kind of guide on that duck hunt we made last week. And we got Donnie Butler there from down there at Leeds, Alabama. And now Donnie's, he's more of a deer hunter than he is a rabbit hunter too, but we about to convert him though.
Got him converted.
Yeah, that last rabbit hunt, he got to shooting them. I believe he's gonna come off them old deers. That action's too slow. But anyway, we're gonna go down here and turn loose in this briar patch. And Melvin, are them dogs tuned up?
They're tuned. They're ready.
They ready to do it, ain't they?
They're ready.
Well, let's crank up and get on down here and let's do it.
Sounds good.
He ought to be coming through here, Rick. He ought to break in his cotton patch.
Right up the water.
Get him done. My golly, rabbits everywhere. You get him, Melvin?
Yeah, finally.
Woo, there's all kind of rabbits in here.
Let's tie 'em up, boys.
Holy mackerel, there must be a dozen rabbits right in this one spot.
Hey, I got 6 dogs and 4 rabbits going. They pairing up. The man caught him.
Go check, see if they caught him. Look at him, Melvin done got another one. Melvin, you on a trail where they come out is what you up to.
Hey, I'm gonna stack them up here.
You get him, Rick? That Rick is getting to be a dead eye too.
He's right in there.
Look at yonder. Look at yonder old Rick done got another.
No, Ricky, I told you, boy, you sitting up there. Good Lord, what a rabbit.
So big you can't pick him up, Rick. There you go.
He's still kicking, Ricky.
That's the one they're working on up here. Show it to them, Rick.
You think that's the same one, Melvin?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
They right here.
Just keep working. Just work it on down, right?
To the edge of the woods, you know.
Okay.
Almost to the track, but we skipped
Double
a lot.
back.
They just run down the branch.
That's where you pick me up, right there in that thick stuff.
Yeah, I got you. What are you doing over here, Alec? You want that dog on this side, Melvin?
Alex, ho!
Woo! Well, we got a pretty good ditch right here, bud. But then, you know, them rabbits, they was crossing all the way up through there. They didn't even hesitate to hit that water, did they?
Oh, no, rabbit hit that water and swim across when them dogs got to pushing them good rabbit dogs, and they'll make those rabbits come right on over that water. Water don't mean anything to rabbit hunting.
Yeah.
Especially when it's no larger area than that is right there. You won't have any trouble getting shooting on either side here.
So, Melvin and them had a harder time crossing than them dogs did, I believe.
Yeah.
Hey, Rick, did you go in over your boots?
Just about.
I thought you about did. Boy, you know, waterproof boots is fine till the water gets over the top,
Right,
right?
and then it won't leak a drop.
Then they won't leak no more. Well, now, we're going on down to the edge of this. Can we cross down here and get back to the edge of them woods?
Right, we're
Okay,
cross down here.
that'd be good. You got them over, Melvin?
Huh?
You got them crossed over there yet?
Yeah, they over here.
All right, let's take them on down this draw.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 9, Saltwater. From king mackerel fishing with Jim McDonald to amberjack with Tommy Browning, Red Snapper with Jim McDonald gives you an excellent bottom show, and Redfish at Apalachicola gives you red fishing like you've never seen it before. So ask for Outdoors with Archie Phillips, Volume 9, Saltwater at your local video store or contact your sporting goods dealer.
Frank, what they show you here, kind of how to field dress them, you know, a lot of people think, well, why would you do that? If you don't, it ruins the meat, as you know. You're a duck hunter or a deer hunter. But I'm going to show you an easy way without making a lot of mess. Now, these are going to be a little harder than the little old hillbilly, because these are what we call Alabama swamp rabbit.
Boy, they are big rabbits. You're going to have to boil them rabbits about iron. And a lot of folks on cooking these things, Melvin, they got to understand just because it's swamp rabbit don't mean, and look, go ahead and look at that, Frank.
See there? That all comes out now. He's field dressed, and you don't have to, you know, you hadn't got a big mess with a lot of stuff to put in your hunting coat when you carry him today.
He weighs just about half of what he did. Now, you think you could do something like that, Frank?
Let me show you. Here's another one we got. It'll be a good one to try on. Just lay that one down here and you do it. And that'll save you a lot of, just keep it in front of your hand. There you go. See, you already got him started.
You got to bear down and put him down on your knee. Ain't that the way you do it, Melvin?
Yeah. See, let me show you one other like this. Keep your hand, see that? Put your other one right there and you keep them in front of you all the time, see? Like that right there, and then just mash them. I'm gonna let you do it. See, and it's all up here in front of you. There you go.
You got to put some hand pressure on him now.
You got it.
Hand pressure.
With it. There you go.
Just keep bearing down. There's a little bit of a trick to it. I believe he's got it now, hasn't he, Melvin?
You got to do one or two before you can do it, because it's not so much strength, it's just getting them in the right position. And this old boy will do it because he can get them ducks.
I guarantee he can get them ducks.
So you got it right there.
He's a good duck guy.
It's kind of a bad one to teach him on, because the little cottontail, you got it right there, it's just ready. The little cottontail is better. See there, you had it up there.
Now see how quick that is?
And see, you hadn't got a mess, as you can see, and he's field dressed and ready to finish cleaning it.
You ever seen anything slicker than that?
No.
That's pretty good, ain't it, Frank? Well, now let me ask you this, Frank. You went running off down yonder. Are you going to be the heading off man, or you going to get right in here amongst them with us?
Heading off.
Heading off. Now, you ain't been doing much rabbit hunting, have you?
Oh, yeah.
You done a lot of rabbit hunting. Now, you're mostly a duck and deer hunter, ain't you?
Oh, no. Off season, we do a lot of rabbit hunting.
Do a lot of rabbit hunting.
Just never done it with dogs.
Never done it with dogs.
If he gets to rabbit hunting like he does duck hunting, they better look out.
He won't be a rabbit left in Pickens County,
right.
will he?
Get him in here. Hunt him in here. Come on in here. Oh, come here, Alex. Come here, Alex. Get him in here, Alex. I'm gonna run him right out over you there. Get him up. Get him up now. Hit him up, Alex. Hit him up, Alex. Get him up, boy. Hit him up now. Hit him up, Alex. Alex said, I'm looking for him. That's that little puppy. There he goes. Woo! Let me get him knocked.
Got another coming to you, Frank. Melvin?
Yeah.
Now, I bet you we ain't hunted an acre and a half.
Not any more than that.
We ain't nobody can tote any more rabbit. I tell you what, let's do. Why don't we take these in here and set them up on the trailer there?
Okay.
Pitch them in there and get us a drink of water. Hey, whoa, him. Whoa, dog. Give me my rabbit back.
He gonna take it away
He
from
knew
you.
how hard it was for me to get a rabbit out here. He'd quit that foolishness. We'll put these in, and we missed that whole section right there because they jumped right down in there. We just pitch these in, and let's go back down and hit that little head again.
That sounds good. I believe we missed a lot of them there.
I think so. Let's just pitch them up here on the trailer.
Leave old Kevin here.
Yeah, Kevin, how many shots you fired, Kevin? Dozens anyway, had you? How many we got? I ain't even counted them. Well, we got 10, 12. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. Got 9.
There's still 2 out yonder in the field that Kevin had there a while ago.
Okay. Well, that's pretty good for about 30 minutes or an hour's worth of hunting, ain't it?
That's all right, yeah.
All right, well, let's jump off in that little place right yonder and do it again, okay?
Sounds good.
Still ready to go.
Okay. All right, hey, that rabbit's right in that water right there. There it goes. There it goes. Get him, bud. Get him. Hey, there he goes, right up yonder. Get him, bud. There he goes. Get him. Coming out, Rick. Coming out.
I don't believe he is.
No, I think, did you get him? There he goes. Hey, whoa. Did you get him, Rick?
Did you get him?
Dig it. Yeah, he got him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Hell. Get him in here, boy.
I didn't know it was going to cross the night and run up that thick place right there. But I told you to be one right there in the corner, didn't I?
Hell. Come in here, boy.
Yeah, pitch him up on the trailer.
Hell. Come on.
Watch it. They're going to be creeping in that water.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 10, Rabbit Hunting. Rabbit hunting is a Southern tradition that will teach you good gun handling techniques. Melvin Stewart has a pack of beagles that will know how to keep those cottontails moving. So when you're in the mood for a fast-moving, action-packed adventure, ask for Outdoors with Archie Phillips Rabbit Hunting at your local video store or nearby sporting goods dealer.
Boy, this stuff is thick, ain't it?
Hello. Yeah.
Them dogs can almost walk on top of this stuff, can't they?
I believe Bud and them been sharpening these bars up.
Bud, Don, I want to ask you a question now. I want you to be honest. How many of them rabbits have you shot? I kept hearing a shooting over to my right. I know you shot at least 5.
Well, I may have shot at 5. But I didn't find but one. I think the rest of them hid.
Well, we'll pick them up out there in a minute when we get the dogs on one.
Come in here.
I shot that big cane cutter about 3. There it goes, there it goes.
There it goes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Right on top. Watch up there, Frank. He's right behind you.
He is right here.
Where's he at?
Right in here.
All right, watch it. There it goes, there it goes, there it goes. Get him, Bud. Can you see him, Bud? Yeah. Boy, I mean, he was just crawling. He ought to be right there. Check down in front, Frank. You may go down to that end, cross the road down there. Get them dogs right in there. Watch right down there where that road is, right in the corner by that fence down there. But if he's hit, he gonna be right under you there. You see anything up there, Frank? There it goes.
Cross the field. There you go.
Yeah.
Where'd he pop out at, Don? Woo, look at them dogs in that water. Now, Mel, that's tough on them dogs trying to chase them in that water, ain't it?
Yeah, that's where they've had some little bit of trouble. They have to kind of keep their mind on what they're doing to run them in that.
Boy, ought to be a sack full of them right there.
Right here.
All right, everybody be careful where you shoot now.
I got me a little clear hole. That's me and you kind of stay in this hole right here, Bud, a minute.
Did you jump one?
Because they're going to cross that. They're going to cross right there.
We got them right here.
I might have got that rabbit, Rick. Let me tell you where it'd be if I did. That branch hanging out over there. You got him. There you go. There you go.
He'll get him. Guarantee you.
You stopped him, didn't you? Was he wounded?
Oh, you did.
I missed that rabbit.
Just chuck him out there, Ricky. We can get him on the way back.
Yeah, pitch him out there.
Hang him in that bush.
Hey, Rick, put him in that bush over there.
Hello up, hello up.
We remember he's there.
There he goes, Don, right by you. Right there. Did you get him? Yeah.
Get him right, Ricky. You get him? You got him? Woo, look at old dead-eye Rick. Now, Donnie, I have zigged when them rabbits have zagged, and I've zagged when they've zigged, and old Ricky up there, he's showing us both up. Do you know that?
Yeah, I'm telling you, Archie.
Well, I tell you what, me and you.
It's been a bad day for us.
I know
It's been a good rabbit hunt.
Oh, it's been a good. I tell you what we can do though. Since they killed all them rabbits, it might be up to me and you to do the cooking. And you told me you could cook them things pretty good.
I tell you what, we'll skin them out. We'll get Miss Francis to cook them for us.
You up there at the plantation.
Yes, ma'am.
Get Francis up there. Whoop, they done jumped another rabbit. I tell you what we better do now. If we can't get nobody cooking, we'll skin them things ourselves, boil them about 30, 45 minutes, batter them good, and we'll have us some good eating tonight.
I believe much men you walk, we can eat all we done killed.
I believe we can too. I'm getting with it now. I'm gonna tell you, I'm in a bad place right here.
Coming right at you, Archie. Yeah, boy, yeah. Here.
No wonder he quit running. You think that's the one we shot at and missed a minute
They
ago?
done eat him. Here, Latch. Latch, come here. That's what they've done. They eating him. Come here, Latch. There ain't nothing left but his back feet. Come here, Latch.
Hey, they stopped for dinner, didn't they?
That ain't left now. I said, that ain't left now. That's what they're doing, eating it. Yeah, wait a minute. See if they got a piece of it coming out over there. Well, it's right here. Yeah, that's what I heard. They done eat him. Latch eat him. Come here, Latch. Come on. I thought I heard him growl and come over. I seen them all, but him, he had it. Okay, they done eat him, what they've done.
There he goes.
Anybody get that rabbit? You didn't kill another rabbit, did you?
You get him,
Oh,
Frank?
did I? Oh,
You get him, Frank?
Way to go, Ricky. Come here, Alex, here. Come here, Alex, here. Come here, Alex, here. Come here, Alex, here. Here.
We put him on him.
Yeah.
Boy, that dog had some pressure on him.
Come on, Alex, here. Come here, Alex, here. Come here, Alex, here.
Get him down. Hey, there you go.
Hello.
Woo! Man, he just hopped right out of there, didn't he? This place just infested with rabbits.
Take Don's gun, too.
We're gonna get Don. There ain't gonna be nobody left but me and who? Me and Frank and Donnie. That's all gonna be left.
Me and you and Frank.
Go ahead and gut him.
All at one time. Hey, way to go.
Get it? Bud killed that one, I saw it.
Hey, Bud got that one. Huh? Come here and help me get down here and I'll kill one with you.
Show it to him,
Come here.
Ricky. Hello.
There he goes. Get him, boy. Get him, Bud. Woo! You didn't see that rabbit, Rick? You didn't get a shot at that rabbit? Oh, me. I believe you tumbled him down there.
I thought we hit him. Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 11, Deer. From a deer driving show with Robert Gardner to a most unique deer rattling show with Joel Davis, which shows you the territorial traits of deer. Lions Club Deer Drive gives you a good charity show with plenty of action. An afternoon deer drive with Robert Gardner is a fine deer show in Hardwood Bottoms. So ask for Deer at your local video store or nearby sporting goods dealer.
Well, Melvin, I'll just tell you one thing. If you don't think them dogs won't catch a few rabbits, we had I don't think everybody limited out, but that's 27, 28 rabbits piled in here.
That's pretty good for a day's hunt, I think. It's thick as it's been around here.
Well, now, you and Melvin, what, y'all want about 10 of them or 15 of them to take on home for supper?
Well, we'll take about 10 or 12 of them. We'll eat them.
Okay, now, Don, me and you and Bubba's got that whole clubhouse full to fill, so we'll just get back and go to skinning. We'll have us some sure enough good eating tonight.
Sounds good to me.
Bud, we appreciate you bringing us down on your favorite place here and enjoyed hunting with all y'all and Don and old Dead-Eye Rick here. And
glad to have old Kevin with us.
Yeah, old Kevin, he carried his end of it. Everybody carried the end but me, and I guess I come on the short end, but I'm gonna tell you, nobody had more fun than I did. Y'all folks stay tuned again next week for some more Outdoors with Archie Phillips.
I like going hunting, just me, my hound, and my gun. Chasing them deer, rabbit, and squirrel, now that's my kind of fun. I like going fishing too, I'll go on any whim. Looking for the big bass, the crappie, and the brim. Give me a wide open field to walk through. Give me an ocean so deep. I wanna ride the longest river in the world, or maybe climb the highest mountain peak.
Well, folks, we're down on a beautiful lake down here, and I guess it'd be southwest Alabama, Miller's Ferry, and with my good friend Philip Chris down here. And Philip, it's a wonderful bass lake, ain't it?
Yes, it sure is. I've caught a lot of good fish down here.
I'd hate for you to tell folks how many you caught last weekend down here.
I've done pretty good last 2
What'd
weeks.
that string weigh you caught that you brought by my shop up there?
The first string, 10 fish, was 58 pounds.
58 pounds. You come back and nearly repeated it after that, didn't you?
The next weekend I come back and 10 fish was, I think, 36 pounds and 4 ounces.
Uh-huh.
I believe is what it was.
Well, y'all really got a beautiful place here. We're going to get on out there and bang away at them a little bit. That's your mother and dad back over here?
Yes, sir. That's my mother and father over there.
Well, I tell Mama we sure did enjoy that good breakfast this morning, them good biscuits there. I tell you right now, that's first class. And
Sure did. It'll help us get through today.
The weather looks like it's going to be beautiful, and we'll just step on out there, and we get on up here a little bit. You can just kind of go over with us what you're using and how we're going to fish it.
Okay. Be glad to.
All right, well, let's push it on out there, Chris.
All right. Go ahead and get in.
Okay. Philip, now we're right up here in the backwaters of Miller's Ferry, up in this slough here by your house. We ain't but about, what, a couple of city blocks from your house, are we?
Probably. Something like that.
You don't go far, do you?
No, sir, not. Ain't got much need to right now.
All right, what we're going to fish with now, and how we're going to use it?
Well, this is a top hog. It's made by McCullough Bait out of Tuscaloosa. It's, well, your basic spinner bait, except for a big blade on the end here.
Uh-huh.
It's white with white and yellow skirts, using a trailer hook on it.
Uh-huh.
And a
Yeah, all right, now let's show
chartreuse.
him on that trailer. That's just so if he nabs it, tries to grab a front one, and misses it, you got one back here to get him, haven't you?
Yes, sir, and another main thing is to keep them sharp.
Keep 'em sharp.
Really keep them sharp. And I use the rubber band on it, you know, to hold it straight in line.
That's right there. You stick it through that. Let's show them how you did that, because a lot of folks don't understand that now.
And you take and put the rubber band over the eye of the hook, like that.
Just like that right
Regular
there.
quill band.
Quill band, yeah,
Yes,
I got you. And then you just, what, you're gonna stick your hook right through there, right?
So you can turn it, you know, where it'll be up. Stick it right through the rubber like that.
And that boy, it holds it just right on out there, don't it?
Does a real good job. And for the past 2 weeks, the fish I've been catching has been coming off of this. And probably 80% of them has been caught on the trailer hook.
On the trailer.
On
So
the
if
trailer
they ain't got a trailer hook, they're gonna lose a lot of fish, ain't they?
You'll miss a lot and you'll lose a lot.
Uh-huh.
Sure will.
So that's the way you rig yours to go. And you got just a little old worm thing on there, and just
Well,
kind
it's
of
called
get it.
a split tail.
Split tail.
And I use twin tails. It takes the place of pork rind, don't dry out. I think it's a lot more durable.
Uh-huh.
Fish, you'd think fish tear it up, but I used that one all day last Saturday.
Didn't even tear it up.
And, well,
Still ready to go, ain't it?
I missed a lot of fish when I first started this year, and it was my fault for not having a good sharp hook. I'd stick them and have them for a little while and they'd get off.
Uh-huh.
And I worked on them hooks with a little old 3-sided file. I don't know what you call the name of it, but it does a good job, a little fine file. Keep it real sharp, and a lot of times you won't actually feel the strike. It'll feel like you hit some weeds, or it'll just take off sideways or get heavy.
Uh-huh.
And then sometimes they'll load up on it.
Uh-huh.
It just, you know.
Well, in other words, if that point just barely touches, and then with a little pressure, it'll drive it on in.
If he
it's dull,
slashes his head, he's gonna drive it. But if it's dull, he can sling it.
slide it right on out.
They'll sling it with them good and sharp.
All right, show us your typical stroker now before we get started here, Phil.
Well, now
I can see your bait. How deep are you now?
It's maybe 6 to 8 inches underwater right there.
Just a good steady retrieve.
Good
Is that what you
steady
want?
retrieve is all I'm doing, and work it like that. If I don't get no hits on it, you know, after a few casts in a good area like this, then I'll drop it down about a foot or two and work it back in.
I see.
And it'll work good if you come by some logs. When you come over a log, just stop it and let it fall. And a lot of times if he's there, he'll hit it. Or by a weed bed, I've threw it by a weed bed like that. One wouldn't hit it. Throw it back by it, and just as you get at it, just stop it for a little bit and let it fall. And if he's under it, a lot of times he'll take it.
Come on out there. And he's got to get in a hurry too, hasn't he?
He'll get it in a hurry. If he's coming after it, he'll get it.
Well, I'm gonna tie me on one of these things here, and we'll be ready to go. And now you like the silver blades, or are you gonna swap up on
Well,
down here?
we might swap up on and off, but they've been hitting the silver blade.
I see.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 12, Deer Hunting Techniques. Dr. Bob Shepard has taken over 370 deer by observing deer habits throughout each season. Bob demonstrates how to use map, wind direction, and feeding habits to predict just how a particular buck will use funnel areas to move from one plot of land to another. He also shows how to choose a tree for your stand and how to approach that tree with different wind directions. So ask for Deer Hunting Techniques at your local video store.
One other thing a person needs down here, he needs a good weedless prop on a trolling motor.
Is that what you've got your rigged up, or you hadn't?
It's got a weedless prop on it.
Well, there's all kind of grass and debris in here, isn't it, Philip?
Yes, sir. It's just normally in the summertime, later on this year, there won't be no water right here.
There won't be.
It'll be just, it might be enough a duck can get up there and play, you know.
Well, where do you fish then?
I just move out further on the edge, and then I start hitting some of the
You
creek
go-
channels and river ponds.
Do you go out in the main river then, or
Yeah.
you still stay back up in here?
I stay in here early and late part of the day.
Uh-huh.
There he is.
There you go. Woo! Look at yonder. There you go. Man, he was back there, wasn't he?
Yeah, they done real good. I'm glad to see that.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine fish. Look at that. You got him on both hooks, haven't you, Philip?
Yes, he.
Let me get this net so you can you go thumb him in?
Yeah.
Look at that pretty thing right there. Let's see how you got. See, you got him. You got him on that trailer hook right there, right? No, is that the main hook?
That's the main hook there. The trailer hook is.
He's got him that way, hasn't he? Yeah, you got him coming and a going.
He couldn't have thrown this. I don't think he wanted to.
That's a good a setup I ever seen right there.
I think I'm gonna have to get my needle nose out of the box over here.
He hit that in about the time you come on out of there, didn't he?
Go ahead and chunk it up in there. They laying up in there. There's some good fish in here. Maybe you'll get hold of one of them.
You know, sometimes on these spinner baits you can get in one spot and hit one, pitch back in, catch another or two out of there when they're really red hot. But I mean, that don't happen all the time, but it's subject to happen.
Well, I got 4 fish out of one area down here. It was last weekend.
Uh-huh.
I believe it was. I got 4 fish on about maybe 6 casts right in the same spot.
Goodness gracious alive.
2 of them good fish.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'd like to say special thanks to Carrie Arnold, a good friend of mine, that letting us have the privilege to film this show out of this boat. And
it's a real nice filming boat, isn't it?
Yes, it's a nice boat. We do a lot of fishing together. And he's got a good setup, good live well, timers on it. He's got a real good rig. And
we appreciate him letting us use it to get down in here and get amongst these Miller's Ferries bass here. There he comes. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There's one of them crappie. What did I just get?
Look at that. Look at that. My goodness, what a crappie. Look at, let me pick him up. Look at that thing. Goodness gracious alive. Caught on that top hog. Now that's fine crappie. You just got through telling me about them things. Buddy, boy. That's a 2-pounder if he's an ounce, I guarantee you.
There's some good ones in here. I think
that there go 2 1/4.
Be close to it, won't it?
Uh-huh, because if he's 2, see he's full here. Look across that back right there. See how full that thing is across the back? That's fine crappie. My goodness. Well, you think he's just laying up here wanting to spawn, Philip?
I don't know. They're still full of eggs.
He hit that front hook.
Like him I caught last week was getting both hooks.
Both of them.
They was running up behind it, sucking it in.
I just want you to look at that. And that's a white one, too. That is a fine crappie. I don't want that. I tell you, you allow to make crappie fishing around me with this top hole. I'll just stop bass fishing and go catching some of them crappies like that. That's fine doing there.
Let's see if we can get some more of them out here maybe later on today.
All right. Bass or crappie? No, there's another nice bass.
There you go.
Now, Philip, that wasn't supposed to happen. Have you ever had that happen before?
Many times. Fish, ain't it?
I believe it is. I can't tell. He's right at the edge of them weeds. He ain't that big, but he ain't that bad. Oh, he ain't that big one. I thought I had me a monster there for a minute. He sure rolled out there and smacked it. Let me see where I got him at.
Got him on that trailer hook.
Yep, got him on the trailer hook. Yeah, he right on the back side. Of course, I got him in between there. I don't know how I done that.
Just swiping at it.
That's probably what it was.
So that trailer hook pays off.
Yeah, it sure does.
There'd been one fish right there wouldn't have been caught.
All I'd have got on this one right here would have been a bump, Philip.
That's about it.
Just been a bump. I believe we're making that old duck mad over yonder. See him looking at us, hollering at us? Look at him hollering at us.
They might be trying to nest. They nest.
I figured that. See, he stays in that one spot right there. It looks
That's
real
the
active.
male duck, ain't it?
Yeah.
The females, they're brown, aren't they?
Yeah, but we was here in the last 2 or 3 days. We hear one hollering like that, and in a minute, here comes the female. They just getting ready to do it.
Yeah.
There he comes.
Get up there.
Yeah, there he comes. Right off that point, wasn't it, fella?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a little speed demon there. Yeah, there you go. Man, he likes that, don't he? That's spinnerbait, Debbie. You ain't got him all that good. There you go. Let's see if there's another one right here. There's some good fish.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 13, Turkey Techniques. Jerry Gardner, a well-accomplished turkey hunter, shows how to select an area to hunt, how to set up a blind, and many calls from the beginner to the most professional caller. This video shows 3 turkeys harvested using these techniques. So if you're in the mood for turkey hunting, Turkey Techniques is the video for you. Ask for Turkey Techniques at your local video store.
Uh-oh, he's going on the boat. Look out, look out, look out, look out. Right under the boat, under the boat, under the boat. Let me see if I can get him out. Here comes, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's what I knew. Nose on
Ooh,
this bank.
look at that thing.
Look at what it spit up.
Holy mackerel. Look at that, look at there. That shad's 4 inches long. Look at that fish right there.
Now that's what we're down here at.
Goodness gracious alive.
Ooh,
Philip, I ought to kiss you for that one. Look at that. What'll he go, Philip?
I don't know.
Would he go 6 pound?
He gonna hit 7.
Think he gonna hit 7?
He'll hit right at 7.
But that is, let's see how we got him there now. Let's see, I got him on the...
You got him on the big hook.
Got him on the big hook, and I got him, let's see. I got him right there. That ain't a bad spot right there, but with enough pressure, he'd come on out of there, wouldn't he? See right there?
Yes, sir, he could sling it.
All right, now look at him, let's see.
I believe that bass is spawned. Look at him. Eggs running out of it.
Looky there. Squeeze it, look right there. He was spawning. See them eggs?
Eggs.
Let's see if any more come out. Oh, but there they are right there.
Eggs.
And he got his tail here, is redded up right there, split down through there. Well, that is some fine doings, Philip.
That's what I've been getting down this bank now for 2 weeks.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing, that'd make a fella have a restless night. Did you know that? Just thinking about that. Boy, I'm glad you had that dip net in there too.
Look, you know what a shad he spit up. I want to dip that up. I see they're still feeding. People say fish won't feed when they're on the bed. That fish definitely on the bed, eggs are running out of it.
That's right.
But yet.
But now down here at Miller's
that
Ferry,
cat.
they're about 2 weeks ahead of the rest of the state, it looks like.
Up in here.
Yeah.
It's
Because the water's shallow.
Warm. See, this water's not moving. We're fixing to get in the current area right in here. The current will hit this bank from here down. And from right yonder back is you know, that's what we've been getting a lot of the good fish.
Boy, that is some fine fish.
That's a big old shad.
That's a big shad.
But
He was definitely feeding when he run out there, though. He just got through with that and then was just fixing to hammer me.
That's a nice fish, man.
It sure is.
I'm proud for you.
You caught an 8.5 pounder down here last week, didn't you?
8 pound, 8.5 ounce.
Boy, that's good fish. Goodness gracious. Well, there's nothing funner than catching one on spinnerbait. Now, I'm going to tell you. At first, I didn't think that fish was that big, Philip.
I did. When you first hooked him, I said, when I seen him ball, I seen his side. I knew it was a good fish.
Well,
that's a beautiful fish. Beautiful.
Well, we'll just put him, I'll tell you what I'm going to do now. You know, we're in the taxidermy business. We mount fish for other people. This one here is going to be an internal job, mounted for me. Okay, let's get him back there. You got him?
Yes, sir, I got him.
Okay.
See how all them muskrats right yonder, they piled up, and they in a circle like, they looking in all directions. The only reason I can figure they do that is so they can keep a good eye out for these alligators.
There plenty of them in here?
Yes, sir. Good many.
I tell you, that'd make a good lunch for an alligator, wouldn't it? Boy, that whole pile, if he could sneak up on that pile and get about 4 of them, I see 3 looking this way right now.
There's probably 6 or 8 of them because there was 3 looking the other way.
Yeah.
On the other side and 1 looking toward the river.
Well, I guess a muskrat is maybe one of the primary foods of an alligator, wouldn't you? Because as slow as they are, they ought to be able to get to them pretty good, shouldn't they?
They can get up in them old weeds and probably lay around. That old gator just wait on them because them things, I got within 2 or 3 foot of one down here last Saturday. Didn't know he was there, and he was watching me the whole time.
Well, I had a good buddy over at Finoki Swamp, like got his arm took off one of them things. Woo, look at there. He nailed that one, didn't he? There he comes. Oh, he's a fighter.
He ain't no big fish, but...
Boy, he put up a good screen. You need the net?
No.
Huh?
Nah.
That's still good catching fish right there, though.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad to have him now.
Yes, sirree. Yes, sir. He was laying right in that nook right yonder, wasn't he?
Yeah, he hit it about 5 foot out.
Do you think they
Seemed
followed
like
out of
the
that
size
grass? You think they followed out, or you think they're already out there and they just swirl at it where it's at?
I don't know. I figure they might be in there and following it out, but later on in the day, you can throw out here and they'll hit it out from the weeds. So.
Or you think they get where they filter that air out of there, Philip? I mean, they get where there's so much sediment that they can get in a little deeper water and that sun don't bother them?
Yeah, I believe you're right there. Oh, there you go.
You got him on that side?
Yeah.
Good fish.
Oh, there you go.
Hold him out there. Whoa, that's a fine one. That is a fine one. Boy, he's cutting the bug, ain't he? Don't lose that thing now, Philip. Bring him in here. Bring him right in there. Hell, I believe you got him pretty good.
Yeah, he hit it pretty solid. Had a good 3-pound fish,
Yes,
2.5 or so.
I'm gonna let you hold him. You caught him.
All right.
I like a big old net too, don't you, Philip?
Look here, Archie.
Yes, sir. Squeeze him in and see what
These fish.
that fish right there is bedding now.
Yes, sir.
I'm
They
talking
are.
about now.
These tails wore off and bloody.
Uh-huh.
They hitting the bed off. Look here. It just fell out.
Well, you know, we may be catching them just on the front end, this first bunch that's coming, just before they really start nailing it. 3 more days, I believe he's right here. I don't believe you could catch him, do you?
I don't neither. If a person is, planning on fishing this area now, in 2 weeks, it's too late.
Too late. I got you.
Outdoors with Archie Phillips is now available on video cassette, like Volume 14, Survival on Wild Edibles. JT Dabbs, a wild edible expert, shows you how to find these plants in the wild and how to properly prepare them into a tasty feast. Archie also shows how to build primitive fires with fire by friction. For an educational tour through Mother Nature, ask for Outdoors with Archie Phillips, Survival on Wild Edibles at your local video store.
I'm here to tell you that's about as fine a day as I ever done participated in fishing in my life, Philip. And I don't know what this now. I tell you, I'm kind of proud you let me catch this big one here.
Yeah.
You put it on me pretty bad on some of them other ones there. But I learned an awful lot spinnerbait fishing with you, and I hope our viewers picked up a good bit of tips and hints from you here. Right down here at Miller's Ferry, South Alabama.
Well, I hope I said something that'd be beneficial to the people in the way of the Lord and fishing too.
Fishing too. Well, I'm gonna tell you now, you're about as good as I've ever been with.
I told it every way that I knew how that I fished a bait. I tried to explain it the best I could, and we stayed with the bait all day. So, they will hit the bait. It's just a matter of
staying with it,
where to fish it and how to fish it.
Well, let's just kind of lift them.
Staying with
Let's just see what they look like strung up there. Now that is just about a fella can get a string of fish like that in a day. He can say he's been a fishing, hasn't he?
Yes.
And all them folks that encourage you down there at the mines, we want to thank all them for encouraging and helping you be such a good fisherman.
Well, I appreciate it. And I thank you a lot.
All right, well,
let's. The opportunity to do this.
Well, we're gonna go. We want to thank Mom and Pop for that good support they give us, and night sleeping down here, some good, sure enough, good breakfast and lunch here.
Sure.
And we're gonna ease on, and y'all folks stay with us again next week for some more Outdoors with Archie Phillips.
I remember me and my dad going fishing, go every chance we